Hey everybody, it's December 17th. It's a Wednesday. This is day 15 days left in the year and 1.5 weeks left until the new year. And this is actually 1.5 weeks until I'm officially retired, early retired. I've been unofficially retired for the last 2.5 weeks. But it's been action-packed with a lot of drama, and not drama, but a lot of activities and things, a lot of distractions to keep me from really having a lot of time to spend and really embrace this time off. I believe I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for so many distractions and so many big changes in my life. It just helps deal with the difficulty of ending my career, basically, as far as I know. I don't see any other prospects coming up, but I'm open to the possibility. But so many things just happened this past couple weeks that it's hard to even be able to register them in this video. Even just since last Friday when we finally moved into the house. One thing that's big news is my dog. She clearly is she's a vegetable. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't recognize anybody. She has a broken hip. She has broken bones, but she just paces the house. And I just did a video of her, but I'm not going to see. She can't see. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know how to eat. She doesn't know how to drink. We have to literally spoon feed her with a syringe to put water and food in her mouth because she can't do anything. So when she's awake, which is only about a couple times a day for maybe an hour, she just does this pacing. But yesterday we had a huge scare with her. Someone left the gate open, that gate over there. And I was working on my computer, and it wasn't intentional. It was one of her family left it open. And she just paces, so she'll go, if there's space, she'll just go through the space. So she'll put herself in a corner here, and she can't get out. So she walked out, nobody saw it. And then my wife came and told me that they can't find Dami. And so we got on the, I was so angry. Oh my gosh. I was so angry. I got on the motorbike and took Da outside. The sister-in-law, she went out on her motorbike looking with her baby. We didn't know where to go. I mean, when you get out here into the street, it's a needle, trying to find a needle in a haystack. It is, because there's just so many places she could go, especially because she doesn't know where she's at. She has no cognizant ability at all. She has no motor functioning to be able to eat and drink. We have to force it into her. So this is what she'll do. She'll go in circles. So long story short, we went out into the streets, and I expected to find her body somewhere, hit by a car. But even that, I was hoping that would be the least, because the worst thing would have been never finding her at all. And in this condition, I would have felt horrible. I mean, she'd go into a ditch and she'd never be able to get out, and then that's where she'd die. Or getting hit by a car would have been the best thing for her, next to finding her. And so I was just praying. I was so angry. I was swearing at the same time at the negligence of whoever left the gate open, knowing my dog was walking around and she doesn't know anything. But I was just so livid, and I was just praying, God, let me find her, even if she's dead, even if she's hit by a car. Please let me find her. I would not be able to sleep knowing she was out there lost. So after a long going around the compound, the military compound. We couldn't go inside. I stopped with it was just a mess. Dad didn't have her phone. I grabbed my phone before I left. So we couldn't split up to cover more ground. And I'm driving around like a crazy person through red. It's traffic. It's a rush hour, so it was a lot of traffic, and huge streets. I mean, if she walked onto the street, it would almost be impossible to find her. It would be an absolute miracle to find her. And I was just praying, God, let me find her somehow, dead or alive. I don't want to not know what happened to her. So we stopped at the security guard, and he said he did see a black dog walk inside, limping, walking funny. I'm surprised he let her in, but thank God he did. But he said we can't go in. So we drove around the compound, enormous. I'm trying to look over the wall. I drove around 2 or 3 times, weaving in and out of traffic. Da ran. She got off of the bike and ran around looking for her. And we just said, if you find her, if you see her inside, can you please call us? So I left my number. And I went around a couple times, and then I came back. And this was over an hour. I came back about a little over an hour later, just to take a break and see if they had any luck, because Dad didn't have her phone. And I came up to our gate, and they had her. They started to bathe her. She's just walking in circles. And they started bathing her. So Dad said that I'm sorry, Dami. She has no control over anything. And then she's too tired to get up. She'll probably try to get up. Anyway, so the guard called. Dad went back, and the guard said, "Yeah, some people in the compound said there's a dog sitting next to us resting, a black dog with limps." So the guard went to get her and brought her to Da, and then Da carried her home. Pretty far for Da to be carrying a dog that's 15 kilo, and Da only weighs 45 kilo. So she carried her home, and I just was so relieved that we finally found her. But this is what we've been dealing with. We took her to the Thai vet. The Thai vet, they said they need to do all kinds of checks. We took her last week, and they examined her. That's when they confirmed that she has another broken hip, and probably just from age. She's fragile. And then they said she's got neurological damage in her brain from a disease or something. That's why she doesn't know what she's doing. And so they gave us medicine, which cost me a fortune for all the x-ray and the doctor. And I asked, do you euthanize? And they said, oh, we have to do all kinds of tests before we do euthanize, because euthanization in Lao is a faux pas of any kind of life. Unless you're killing the animal for food. Euthanization, just to put something out of death, it's just against the Buddhist culture. And I have a problem with it too, and that's the person's a vegetable. And then I'm like, what's the point if the person is not in their mind? Unconscious or in coma is different. But anyway, so we got her back, and then the whole time I'm on the bike, I'm swearing, and I'm just thinking, I wish I would have taken her to the vet. There is a vet that contacted us that said, we will do it. We'll come and get her, and then we can bury her or burn her. And yesterday I couldn't do it. This was in the morning before the incident. But the whole time on the motorbike, I'm thinking, I wish I would have done it. Then I would have known it was done. And then last night when I got her back, I didn't, when I finally got her back, I'm like, I had reversed my thinking again. I'm like, I wanted her back. I'm not ready to let her go. I'm just not ready to let her go. And then later that evening, she just was pacing in circles. Maybe I'll put some video here. I mean, really tiny circles, just in this spot here, just going in a circle, falling and slipping. See, she can't even go around a simple obstacle. And that's when last night I just watched her for hours. I was just sat with her, petted her, fed her, gave her water with a syringe in her mouth. And that's when I said, okay, I was asking God to take her last night, have some mercy on her. But if I wake up and she's still awake, she's still breathing, I'm going to take her to the vet because I just cannot leave her like this. I mean, she's a total vegetable. And I told my sister, and almost all the pets in our house and my family have been euthanized for some reason. The hard thing with the pet is you don't know how much pain they're in, and I know she's got to be in pain. I think that's probably why she's pacing. But the vet, the Thai vet won't do it. They want to run all kinds of tests that'll cost a ton of money. She already cost me a ton of money last week just for the x-rays. So they just want me to keep pumping her with medicines that aren't doing anything, and they're not helpful at all. So I decided, I'm going to call this vet. We're going to call this vet today. We're going to go with her and then have her put to sleep. They said I don't know what the process is, but then they're going to bury her because we have not a big enough place here to do that. And we just need, so anyway, I was talking with my sister, and her daughter is a vet and works at a vet, and she said, if your dog can't do any of the things that it loves to do and knows it's doing it, you have every reasonable reason to put them under. I know that might be a lot of controversy, but when I would be okay if my dog recognized me and knew where she was at. Look, she's walking into a door. It doesn't look like she's completely blind. She just has no idea what she's doing. She's just walking circles. So anyway, this is heartbreaking. One of the things I was looking forward to in early retirement is coming back to be home. I've had her for 13 years, and she means a lot to me. She was a rescue dog. She was my first rescue dog here in Laos, and I fell in love with her shortly after I got her, just to help out. Just to help the people out that brought her to me. And I fell in love with her, just a beautiful personality. And then the other dog that I got, he died 2 years ago from something like a heart attack. So I've never been around for any of the dogs I've ever had when they died. I had dogs in Haiti, but I was working abroad in Africa, and my friend who loved them was taking care of them, and they died with her. My dogs that I had at home growing up with my parents, I was never around for that. So she's the first one, the only one that I've ever been around for. Even my cat, I came back from Thailand 2 days before Christmas, and she passed an hour before I arrived. I even changed my flight to come in 2 days early to see her. Because Da's sister said she was dying, and I changed my flight to come back early before Christmas, and that was in 2019 to see her. No, that was 2019 to see her before she went, and she was already passed at about an hour before I got home. I literally walked in the door, and it was less than an hour. She was laying they left her laying on the kitchen floor for me to see her. It was very thoughtful. So this was one of the things I wanted when I came back, was to be here for my dog, and I'm grateful that I'm here for her, even though it was a short while. I don't know, but we just cannot leave her like this. We love her too much, and very difficult time. I just talked with my sister for about 2 hours. Really nice to catch up with her. We don't talk that often. We chat, but we don't talk that often, and my sisters have been supportive on our chat with experiences they've had, and encouraging me that this is probably the right thing to do. It's humane. It's a humane thing to do for an animal that you love this much. So we're waiting on the sister-in-law to come, and so we call the vet. They're going to come and take her. We'll follow them, and then we'll be here with her when they give her the injection. But we still have 2 other cute dogs that we love. Admittedly, I don't love them as much as Dami, my dog, and the other one who died. Partially because we got these 2 dogs when I wasn't living here. So they're very cute. I love them, but not the same. The other 2, Dom and my other dog, Tony, I raised. These 2 are just kind of living in the house. But I'm sure I'll grow to love them more. But I've been unconsolable for the last 2 days. Really, last night, a lot of crying, and just coming to grips with what the reality is and what I need to do. So maybe after this I'll report in and tell you how it goes. But sad day, but I'll be happy that she'll finally be out of her pain and not have to worry about her like this. You know, if I knew she was cognizant and capable, I would do everything. I would be here to take care of her, and that's what I wanted to do. But I got to take care of her for at least a week, and I'm grateful for that. Very good memories. I'm gonna tear up for that alone. All right, I'm out.